All right, let's talk about the weather this Monday noon. The sun is shining. It is beautiful out. If you haven't stepped out, I urge you to do it. Feels like spring. It's even going to get warmer. Let's take a look at the week with First Alert meteorologist Rochelle J. All right, you're striking home today, Rochelle.
Yeah, everyone loves the meteorologists on these types of days. Let's go ahead and open up our observatory windows here in our WJZ Observatory. Blue skies as far as the eye can see. Just a stunning day. Yesterday wasn't too bad, but we did have the cloud cover overhead for your Sunday that we don't have so much in the forecast for today. So looking ahead, we do have more of this on the way. First Alert radar is sweeping quiet out there on this Monday afternoon and will continue to do so into the later parts of the day as well. So really spectacular start to the work week. And look at these temperatures. Normally this time of year you'd expect us to be in the low 50s at the peak of the afternoon. We still have a couple more hours where we can warm. We're sitting at 70 at BWI, 68 at the Inner Harbor, 67 for our friends in Thurmont, and we've got a number of 70s for the Eastern Shore. So opening up the windows, it is a perfect day to do so for today. We'll take a look at just how long the spring-like, May-like temperatures last in that full forecast, Denise.
All right, welcome back. Let's take a live look out at the WJZ Outback. Boy, things should be in bloom the way it feels out there, I tell you. Absolutely beautiful day, Rochelle.
Yes, it feels more like May versus early March, and we're going to stick with this for the next couple of days. So let's go ahead, pull in our maps and take a look at some of our temperatures across the area. Normally this time of year, our high temperature at 3 or so in the afternoon would be around 51, 52 degrees. Severn is sitting at 68, Severna Park, same number, 68 in Columbia. Looking at Baltimore City right now, we're sitting at 65 degrees. It's 61 in Middle River. Let's head up 83 towards Cockeysville, also sitting in the mid-60s, 66 in Bel Air. And as we head over toward the Eastern Shore, that sensor in Chestertown not quite receiving information right now, but I'm sure they're also sitting in the 60s. So getting into that forecast for today, here's a look at what we are watching from the First Alert Weather Center. So we are mild through the middle part of the week. We've got some storms possible on Wednesday. We're still not sure of the timing of those storms, but I have tagged it as a possible alert day if it does end up coinciding with the evening commute. And that's an if. It's cooling down by the end of the week, so we're going to go back to feeling like the month that we're actually in. So looking at those temperatures on a more widespread note, 70 in College Park, 73 right now in Denton as well as Preston. It's 53, however, in Annapolis, so our zones closer to the water are dealing with some cooler air. So we've got quite the spread of 50s, 60s, and even some 70s on the board at this lunch hour. First Alert radar is sweeping quiet out there. Zooming out, we've got a stationary front very close by, but on the north side of that, we're generally on the milder side. Now let's get into your neighborhood forecast for Baltimore City for today. Low to mid 70s. It all depends on where in the city you are. Some of our northern zones in Baltimore getting closer to the line with the county up towards Towson and Ruxton. We'll be talking about more mid 70s there. So here's a look at the next 3 days. We're in the 70s. We could be getting closer to some record highs for Tuesday and especially on Wednesday if we can get those temperatures into the upper 70s. Now on Wednesday, we're watching the second half of the day, maybe going into the late evening for a few strong to severe storms. We've got a level 1 and 2 risk in that yellow in western Maryland for the potential of some damaging wind gusts, and we also have the risk for some heavy rainfall. And some models are hinting toward that coming during the evening commute. So if that starts to come more in line with that evening commute forecast, that's why I've tagged it as a possible alert day. Some models want to keep that risk for rain and storms a little later in the day when folks are more so home versus out on the roadways, but we'll keep an eye on that. Much cooler air back into the 50s returns for the second half of the 7-day, Denise.
All right, couple more like this, please.
Yes, actually we'll increase our temperatures tomorrow and I think on Wednesday as well. Wednesday brings more clouds and that's our transition day is what we're calling it. We'll have the chance for a few storms a little later in the day. Still some questions on the timing for those storms, so I've tagged it just as a possible alert day because they could be a bit strong.
All right, but we got a couple more like this.
Yes.
That's the good news I'm living with. All right, thank you.